Hello, everybody. I'm going to post a link on our website. Website is mammothgardens.com. And we meet here every day, Monday through Friday. And we play harmonica. And we're getting pretty good at it. And you will get pretty good at it too. And let me post the link on our website, mammothgardens.com. You go there, click on the harmonica girl. She will usher you into our daily schedule. And today we are playing Kumbaya, Love Me Tender, and Wonderful World. How about that? That's a pretty good day. Get this set to open in a new window. Update. That'll help everybody know where we are and get them in here. Let me go tweet our practice day onto https://mammothgardens.com. And there's that. And I think what I want to do, let me make sure that this is working properly. I think I should tweet the dog nose today. What do you think? Okay, so first, let's make sure the link works. It does. And then let's see if I can get the dog nose up. That's the other website. Oh, Henry got locked in here. I got to go let Henry out. He's going to be sad. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Save image as. Tom downloads the dog nose. Save. Replace it. Yes. Oh, poor Henry. He's stuck inside this room. How did he get in here? Who let Henry in here? He's crying over there. It's very sad. Where's the dog nose? Milky Way. Harmonica, dog nose. All right, and tweet. All right, so we've tweeted the dog nose. All right, let me take care of all my animal issues. I got to go let Henry out of the room because he got in here somehow. So don't run off. Warm up. I'll be right back. Henry, how did you get in here? You know better than to come in here. You hate harmonica. All right. Henry is safe. He is not a fan of harmonica playing. He's not really a fan of music, generally speaking. He's a fan of me, but he tends to, I can tell when I'm making music, he gets way less interested in hanging out with me. All right, let's see. We're going to play some music today. Theoretically, everything's already downloaded. I will have newer music later this week. I've been busy rushing to get some ukulele stuff done for tonight for the ukulele orchestra. And then after tonight, I should have a little bit more work time to focus in on getting a couple of more chromatic songs. I do want to have a really nice run at getting more and more chromatic songs. You guys probably have all figured this out, that this thing is awesome. It's super fun. And what you can do with it is pretty amazing. To be a really great harmonic player with this guy, you got to have some pretty serious mad skills, and those will come. We'll get there. I don't even have them yet. But for day-to-day, getting the work done, having beautiful tunes, chromatic's probably the way to go. Way different skill set required. And the book I'm reading, the little thing on that page, the rotating pictures, I'm taking whatever idea I run across in that book, I'm then trying to create a funny little graphic to go with it. So we will end up with a library of Zen harmonica thoughts. That was my thinking on there. And so I look for cool images and funny thoughts, and we'll be inspired by the 700 pages. I did read the first, bunch of 50 pages or something. I got to be honest, I'm a little underwhelmed so far, but we will when you have an English degree and you spent most of your life reading the titans of literature, a lot of times when you read how-to books, it's sort of like, that's not really what I want it to be. But I probably have written those books too, where people are like, I don't really think a lot of what he's saying. All right, let's see. Running real late today. Valerie is in. She says the sound is good. She's in from Illinois. Sandy's in from Michigan. Happy Monday to you. I don't even want to ask those guys how the weather is up there. Fran is in. Happy Monday to you. She's in from California. Marsha's a local. Looking forward to our new week. We have a nice week ahead. Melissa's in from Boulder. Yeah, that's Henry in the background crying to get out. Oh, God, it's harmonica class. I got to get out. Good morning, Diane. She's local here in Denver. Happy February 1st to you, Kat. It was time for us to get started on that. We got 2 weeks till Valentine's Day, which is a made-up holiday that we all have to deal with on an emotional level. Hey, Warren goes by blues, guitar, and harmonica. You just have to memorize. That's Warren. Deb is in from Hawaii. My cat hates harmonica. Yeah, I think it's just that it's loud and it's in their ears. Good morning, Connie. How are you? Pauline. Cat does the same thing, right? He almost never comes in this room now because he knows music will be happening back here, so he's got no use for it. That I know it's an encyclopedia of harmonica. Hopefully, I'll warm up to it. Right? I'm looking for stuff we can actually use out of it. Evelyn is warmed up, and Warren. I didn't know you were in Australia, Warren. That's exciting. How exciting! You're waking up early to spend time with us. That's exciting. And Don is in. Let's make some noise. Don's in from Northern Colorado. All right. So our first song today, as you guys know, every single week we have the same song from day to day. On Mondays, I like to give a very short lesson on how to play. So this is how it goes. 1, wash your hands and brush your teeth prior to playing. Otherwise, you're going to be sticking there will come times when you're like, all right, I got to line up with the whole number 6, and you'll do this. You'll stick it in there, and then your fingers end up in your mouth. It's kind of gross when you get started. Kind of gross when you've been playing a while too. So make sure your hands are clean. Brush your teeth, because everything that's in your face is going to end up inside of your harmonica, and so you want to have less stuff in there so that you don't have to clean it out as soon. Drink lots and lots of water when you play. I happen to have a cup of tea, which I feel like is the same as water, but according to everybody, they disagree with me. It's a diuretic, blah, blah, blah. I know, whatever. Drink lots of water. It's good for you. Sit up tall and pretty and breathe from your belly. This is one thing that I do want to emphasize, that the book I'm reading on chromatic harmonica has been very serious about this. Don't breathe from your lungs, because what happens there is when you breathe in, your stomach goes in, right? And that's the air ends up trapped right in here. Okay. The other one is you don't want to pant, because then your air is sticking right in here. In order to get good quality sound, it couldn't be any clearer on this, and it's what we talk about all the time. Breathe from your belly. When your belly goes out, your whole system fills up with air. Your belly comes in, your system comes out. We want to get that airflow even between your blowouts and your draw-ins. And if you're trying to do it in your lungs or your neck, it will never be consistent in quality. But if you're doing it from your belly, then you get a nice even bellows effect. And I think more interesting than that is that when you're breathing from your belly, you're also making that muscle, your diaphragm area, a little bit stronger as well, right? So it's really good for you. Get you good air and good strength in your overall system, and that should be good. I don't teach any type of tongue blocking, mostly because I don't really get it. But we do teach puckering up. So you pucker to get the small amount of air into a single hole, and then use your kissing muscles to adjust that. Sometimes it's hard to get. Right, start with if you're getting a ton of chords, multiple sounds, and just pucker up and really use your kissing muscles and your inner mouth, both your tongue and the muscles inside of your mouth, to create that chamber where the air goes into one hole. And then both inhale and draw, exhales and drawing in, inhales and exhales, to get a nice, clean, pure tone. Between every note, your tongue hits the roof of your mouth. the end of one note and the beginning of the next, and then and by every note I mean most every note. Sometimes it makes more sense to slur a note, and you'll hear that when I'm playing. Sometimes it's laziness, and sometimes it's because it's going to get a cool effect. Don't blow too hard. If you're really blowing into this thing super hard, you're going to bend your reeds and you're going to make your life miserable. If you're blowing too hard, you're probably doing something wrong, and it's probably originating down in your lower belly. Probably. We hold the harmonica this, knuckle over the fourth hole, nice round hole like that. Get your vibrato sound in there. And remember, moving back and forth. The harmonica moves back and forth. Your face is not supposed to be moving around. And then on your sheet music, you'll see. Let's pull up our first piece of music today, which is Kumbaya. Right? Today's Monday, right? Monday is Kumbaya, and we'll talk about just how to read the tablature real quick. It only takes 10 seconds for me to teach you this part. That's the beauty of harmonic. It doesn't take you very long to learn how to play it. It's going to take you a while to learn to be good at playing it, and so don't be confused that just because you bought it and you blow into it, the beautiful things are going to happen. The first note is a 4. You'll see it's a middle C note here. Harmonica sounds an octave higher. We talked about this last week. So when I blow this 4, it's actually the next octave up. But in order to get things, and I don't know if I was 100% clear on this, the reason that we do monkey around with what middle C looks like on the paper is purely because it's easier to read. So if I put put this note on the paper properly, it's going to be at the upper C. Well, then what happens to the rest of the song? The whole rest of the song is hanging out above the treble clef. Very hard to read. But by just putting on a different clef, all those notes that would be way above the clef drop down and look nice and pretty on the clef and are equally readable, or much more readable. And you just have to know, hey, I'm playing that note at that on the paper, but it's coming out an octave higher. So that's why we monkey around with that, is sometimes the written clef versus the actual clef are different. And it's simply to keep the notes as much as possible on the clef so that it's faster and easier to read them. That's why we do that. And I don't think I said that at all last week. So you need the first notes of blow 4. If there's nothing around it, you just blow into 4. If it's a draw, it will have a little minus sign in front of it. And then when we get to chromatic, some of the notes will have a star after them, and that's when you push the button in. So that's it. That's how you read sheet music. All right, who wandered in? Patty made it in. Good to see you, Patty, and Christine in from Bozeman today. 21 degrees up there. Brr. All right, got a big Arctic blast going in across North America. All right, Warren's down in Australia, so it's summertime there. He's like, I don't need to talk about the weather. It's awesome here. All right, Kumbaya. Blow 4. 1. I'm sorry, 2 times through. 1, 2. How's that? Feeling good? Making some sound pretty. Probably those of you guys have been around a while. That's sounding a whole lot better now than when we started playing. Theoretically, I feel like my tone has come way up just from spending a little bit of time working on it, and it starts to feel pretty good. Let's go grab our scales, and we will play our harmonica. Diatonic notes in C, and we'll play the C major scale and the A minor scale 2 times through. And again, with the scales, part of it is to help you see where the notes are on the clef, comparing those to where they are on your harmonica. So in other words, I blow 4 and I get a C note. And on this clef, you'll notice the 8 above the clef. That means everything's been pushed down a little bit so it actually fits on the clef. And so with harmonica, with diatonic harmonica music, everything is going to be on that octave clef. With chromatic, it's a little more negotiable. There's other options for us as to where we might put it on there. Valerie says, hanging out at mom's with her dog while she's at the doctor so the dog won't bite the painters. She apparently is not a harmonica fan either, right? That poor dog, you're like, well, I either have to bite the painters, or I have to bite Valerie. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm a dog. Things are supposed to work out for me. Oh, poor dogs. Think about that. I mean, this is that note there. This can't be good for dogs, right? Can't be good for it. It's barely good for humans. C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the things I think would not be a bad idea overall is to begin to think about how can I make each of those notes sound exactly the same. In other words, when I blow out, usually I get one type of tone. And when I breathe in, I can have a tendency to not have the same similar type of tone like that. And we don't want that. By the way, my screen has frozen. If you are still able to hear me and see me, if you'll toss into the chat that I'm still live, I may not be connected at this point. If you're able to see me, my screen has frozen, so I don't know if I'm still broadcasting or not. If you will give me something over here in the chat box and say, hey, I can hear you, I can see you, that's great. Still can hear live, we hear you. Okay, I'm going to just be frozen on the screen. I'm going to just move forward. On the screen, I'm doing this. So, all right, so I'm still in. Thanks, guys. We'll just move forward, and I will have a photo of me doing it. How do I look? Let's see. I'd say this looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. I got that sad look in my eyes. If you ever notice harmonica players, they kind of have this weird, like, the pick is frozen, but you can hear me. Okay, so Deb's picture is frozen as well. Let's just play the music. You don't need to see me. You're not here to gaze upon my beauty. Let's just continue to play and forget what's on the screen. That's what we should do anyway. Let's play the A minor scale. Draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. nice. All right, so I'm still live. Free screen is frozen. Melissa says it's a glamour shot. Notice when you watch other harmonica players, they all have that same weird look in their eyes, like where is your head, right? It's interesting. I find that it's one of the reasons why I didn't take harmonica very serious for a long time. I used to watch the videos and go like, those guys don't look like they're having any fun. They have this sad look in their eyes. So there it is. There it is. Biggest day. Could be worse. At least you were not. I know, or picking my nose or something. Sound is okay, but you are frozen. Harmonica in your mouth. Yep. So we all have the same picture. All right. Whatever. All right. So there's our diet. Well, it makes kind of for an entertaining day, I think. All right. So there's your scales. Again, I was noticing breathing out with my stomach and pushing in. I'm really focusing in on that as a real thing now. My tone from those higher notes is a little bit uneven between what I'm blowing and what I'm drawing in, and I want to work on that. I want to make sure that things are as consistent when I blow as when I draw, blah, blah, blah. And we do want to make sure that as you are developing your skills, one of those is the ability to keep the notes even and steady across blows and draws. All right, let's go grab our Love Me Tender, which is, we have not opened it up since I moved everything over onto the gadget. So give me just a second. JKL, Love Me Tender. This should be a song. We do have a draw 9 in here, but for the most part, this should be a song that you're really focused in on tonality. You want it to be as smooth and as beautiful and as Elvis-like as possible. Let's remember that 14 days from now, you're going to be playing this for somebody, and they have to say they love you after it. So here's your opportunity to use your harmonica. You know what we're doing? We're doing a podcast today. That's what it is. So, we're finally officially up with the millennials. Here's your podcast for the day. Somehow they're making money off a podcast. I don't get it. Let's do it 2 times through. Below 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Very nice. All right. right. When I repost that, I will add in the repeats. I don't know why I didn't put them in initially. It actually has 3 lyrics to that song, so I'll go through and put a little bit of time in on that one. That one's nice. All right, that's it for Diatonic for today. And again, I apologize if the screen is frozen, but unless you guys tell me that you can't hear me, which I don't know how you would tell me, we're going to proceed forward, and then we'll see what ends up getting saved by YouTube. It's very fascinating. Very nice. Okay, so Warren can hear it well all the way in Australia. Isn't that exciting? All right, let's do our scales real quick. Hopefully this week I'll have an opportunity to spend a little bit of time getting our next set of scales in. They'll be D and D sharp, and they'll be much, much harder than the C one. And but we'll be putting in a little bit of time on that. Let's play this one just all the way through the C scale and then all the way through the C sharp scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Very nice. As we move into the other keys, you're going to be pushing the buttons in and out. Scale, it does a nice job of warming your harmonica up, and we will eventually get the next set of scales, and then we'll be sad. So, all right, wrap up for today. The day where this video froze, where we all became suddenly listening to podcasts about harmonica, will be Wonderful World, and let's go grab that one. And let's have a look at it. Marcia was saying last night she was downloading stuff and putting it in her book, and it took her a while to get everything into her book. Guys, we've got, I don't remember the exact number. Let me just double check if I can tell you. I think we're almost to 70 songs. And I think we almost have had 100 lessons, right? So 67 songs are in the playlist. And then we're on day 92 or 93, something like that. I think next week we'll hit 100 lessons of just hanging out together. So we're doing good work here. And so hopefully you're happy with your progress overall. And hopefully as you build a greater sense of a bigger harmonica library, and we're not always thinking about, I need another song. I do like going through and really working these older songs that have been around a while, seeing, if you can get the best overall feeling out of it and the best song, the best version of it for you. And so that's my hope, is that you're just continuing to rotate through these songs as we work on them. For this piece of music, we're going to play down through measure 16. Then we come back. This gets complicated, guys. Down through 16, then you come back, play through 13, and go to the second ending, which is at 17. So down through 16, come back up, play down, skip 14, 15, and 16, and then start playing at 17. We're going to play all the way down to 35. That's where that DSL coda comes into play. That DSL coda says go to the segno and play to the coda. So when we hit 35, we're going to go all the way back up to the top again. Not quite all the way to the top, right? We're going to go to measure 1. That's where the segno is. That's that wiggly thing that's at the top of right above number 1. And then we're going to play down to the coda. That's sitting at the end of 13. So that last time through, the third time you've played through the top there, then you jump all the way to measure 36, and then we finish the song. So basically, you're playing the top of the song 3 times, the middle of the song once, and the bottom of the song once. So yeah, so there's that. Patty's asking, can we do La Vie en Rose? Do I have that on this week's list? I don't even know if we have it on this week's list. We can if we have time. Yeah, sure, Patty. We'll do it today if you want. Why not? All right, 2-beat count in. Don't go fast, and I'll see at the bottom. Remember, the repeats are the challenging part. This song, in and of itself, isn't one of the harder songs that we play. But it is intense to make sure you know where you're going next. Okay, I recommend using a highlighter to mark the beginnings of repeats. So in this case, at measure 14, I'd have a yellow highlighter marking measure 14, because that's a point where you're gonna have to think. And then I would also, like at the end of measure 35, I would actually write 2 number 1 on there, just so you know that where to go. Okay, from the top, 1 time through as written. 1, 2. Isn't that nice? Lovely, very lovely. Hey, we do have enough time to squeeze in La Vie en Rose, so go ahead and pull that one up as well, and we'll wrap up today with La Vie en Rose. H-I-J-K-L. What I do recommend, guys, those of you who are newer, as we print out this music, just put it in your book alphabetically. I have my computer setup where it's chromatic and diatonic, but that's just because I'm writing the music out. You don't really care, I would think. You might want to, if you are playing both and you're like, sometimes I want to play diatonic, sometimes I don't want to play chromatic or whatever. I don't want to be switching back and forth between harmonica. So then it would make sense to have that into diatonic section and chromatic section. But if you're just sitting, if you're mainly going to be playing at the kitchen table, just have both harmonicas in there and just play them in whatever order they come up in the book. That's the other way to arrange them. It's probably the fastest way to find your music. It's just to have everything alphabetical. My book is set up where it's divided into chromatic and diatonic because that's how we teach it every day. All right. Melissa gave us a yay for that. That's a good sign. Things are going well in Boulder. By the way, if you've never been to Boulder, Colorado, everything goes fine in Boulder, Colorado all the time. One of the great places ever. And I went to college up there, and I made one mistake in life. That's it, total of one. And the one was to move out of Boulder. I should never, ever have done that. It's just I should have just lived in a refrigerator box up there. Absolutely delightful place to be. La Vie en Rose. We play all the way down to 24. We come back up and we play it all again. And then obviously skip 23 and 24 the second time you come through. Don't buy all of my books. Don't buy any of them right now. I'm working on all of them. I'm going to get them actually. That's one of the things. My goal for the summer is to get some stuff actually published where it's a little easier for you guys to get to it. Right now, you have to come to the websites and hang out with me in order to get all the good stuff. And that's okay too, right? I'm okay. I'm all right. From the top. 4-beat count in, 2 times through. 1, 2, 3, 4. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and one and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm sorry, I blew it. I was playing a different song. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know what I'm doing. I'm playing the guitar line. Let's play the harmonica line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Long. Ah. Oh, okay. Christine, send me an email. On the if you miss when you miss a week, guys, usually on the weekend, I take anything off of the front page that's new or modern or whatever and move it over in the harmonica library. And I don't post the PDFs on the harmonica site, on the harmonica library stuff for the modern songs because people get upset about copyright. So what I want to do, if you are missing a week, swing by on Friday afternoons. If you know, hey man, I'm going to miss the week, swing by on Friday afternoons, pick up any of the things that might be new and might be modern, because otherwise the sheet music goes away until it comes back around, right? And so I only leave stuff up there that we're actively teaching and we're actively doing, and I don't want ever for it to be accused of being a bad steward of copyright. And so while we're working on it, and when it's in class and as part of our daily activities or our weekly lessons, then the PDFs will be up there. But afterwards, I take those PDFs off. So if you miss something, you'll have to email me, and of course that's extra work. So the easiest thing to do, just if you're going to miss a week, swing by on Friday, pick up any of the new sheet music that you don't already have, and make sure you have it in your computer. And you guys all get it that this is stuff I don't really want you sharing it around with a bunch of people. I'm perfectly fine with people in your house using your sheet music. But don't give it to people. Tell them to come to the website and get it themselves. And I think it's better for all of us in terms of that. Didn't play it particularly well, but you got the basic idea on the paper. It's a really big song, right? It's all over your harmonica. It's a really, really high level challenge for you. And so keep working on that. It's a nice piece of music. And like I say, if you missed last week, you missed that song. It'll be coming back around eventually. But otherwise, if you need it sooner, just toss me an email. And then remember, Friday afternoons is when everything is finally, really Thursday afternoons, right, is when everything's finally up on the website and ready for you guys to have. That way you don't miss anything as we're going along. I think that's what I know about. So you guys, sorry I froze. Maybe I'm sorry. I don't know. I froze. Whatever. And you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see some of you later today in ukulele class, and otherwise I'll see the rest of you guys tomorrow. Go forth and honk away, and have a wonderful afternoon. Let me see who's tossing out here. Let's see, Diane, those 9s and 10s are brutal. Yeah, right. Your harmonicas, that's the high end. And so, yeah, especially that one section, 9 or -9, -9, 9, -9, -9. Yeah, and you have to do it, right? That's how the song goes. And so, yeah, one thing to work on. Remember, and I am working on it myself, make sure you're breathing out with your belly when you see a minus sign, and in from your belly when you see a note, there's a plus, right? So that you're using your full bellows to its full effectiveness. I do think that that's something that I have come that in listening to these people in this new book of ours, that is I'm focusing on myself, and I'm finding that that's a pretty smart idea. Focus in, not breathing from your lungs or breathing from your neck, but really actually physically feeling your belly moving out when you're drawing in, and in when you're blowing out. I think it'll help. Doggy is happy the torture is over. She likes it. Ukulele, the harmonica, not so much. That's basically, I think that's sort of the world has all agreed with your puppy. So, yep. Patricia, love it. It's good, right? Melissa, it's beautiful. You bet. Evelyn, good to see you. Sandy, have a wonderful day. Deb, good to see you. Don, beautiful. And then Marcia, hope you don't have to teach uke with frozen harmonica. I know, right? I'm going to go pull the plug and see what happens. My computer may explode. I know, Christine, you're a pretty religious attender. So, yeah, I think I got it out very late last week, if I remember right. Or am I? Who knows when I posted it? But in any event, swing by anytime you miss. Swing by, by Friday afternoon, and that usually it's over the weekend. I reset the website. So, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you down the road. Be good.